So, he goes solo. My thing with Miles is that he ain't no solo artist.
Kenny wanted to be the lead. You know what I'm saying? But whilst I was there, how the hell is he gonna be lead? He's not gonna lead us nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Kenny's not a star. Simple as that. When we first got together, what I really liked was it was our bond. We had great chemistry.
I had a good feeling straight away.
But it was the electricity that we brought to music. You had never seen anything like that before. We meeting all these different girls, you know what I'm saying? Man, oh my gosh.
And the music, the music.
What we was able to do at that time had never been seen before, had never been done before. We changed music.
And when we took off, man, when I Want You Girl first came out, that was something special. I got to see cities that I had only read about.
So we started doing some shows, and shit is flying, man. Like, they was throwing panties at us. I mean, women everywhere. Like, honestly, we walk out, boom, lights is there. Everybody's in position, standing there, just waiting to go. Ruben be over there with the clicks, just to let us know it was game time. And then, boom, panties just come, throw it on stage. I'm catching panties.
That was a time, man.
I mean, when you think back to that time, who else was doing what we were doing? It was beautiful.
How we got the name Nouveau Edition, Miles actually made that up. He says, I said to Miles, that's French for new. So basically, you've stolen New Edition.
We did have some problems with New Edition.
He said, oh, fuck them boys. And nobody care about them. That's how he talk.
I'll tell you a story. So we're in Baltimore. We just finished performing. We just done a show. I can't remember where we were.
The Hippodrome in Baltimore. Beautiful theater.
I like that theater. I like Baltimore.
Sold out to the rafters.
It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, so we go get something to eat. I get back to the hotel, thinking that the guys are gonna be there. They're not there. Apparently they left to go get something to eat. So I meet them up at this diner. We're sitting there, and Bobby's in a booth up ahead. He on his own.
And on that night, Miles actually forgot the lyrics to I Want You Girl, which is, it's the final song of the night. That's the hit. And I remember thinking, if that was me, that would never have happened. So I'm in a funny mood. Anyway, Bobby Brown comes over and, he gets right in Miles' face. He said, oh, you Miles.
Now, Bobby's on his own, so I'm not even thinking it's Bobby Brown.
And I'm thinking to myself, am I going to get involved?
And he stands right to the side of me by a table, and he's just like, oh, you Miles. So I realize it's Bobby, so I get up, I'm like, oh, Bobby. I'm thinking Bobby's came over with love. Bobby has not come over with any love at all. He looked me dead in the eyes, and he's like, oh, so y'all stole our name.
I was torn because at the time, I knew Ricky Bell. I knew Michael Bivins, and Bobby was a friend of mine. So I knew those brothers.
So I'm like, stole your name. Your New Edition, we're Nouveau Edition. So I'm like, yo, it's French. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, no word of a lie. As soon as I walk in, Bobby Brown, Miles standing there, squared off, and he comes over and we start tussling. You know what I'm saying? We're going back and forth, and then, our security break us up. And that was that.
Who won that fight though?
Who won the fight? It was just, it just got separated.
He whooped Miles' ass.
Wow.
Now me, I'm from the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing all that shit. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to put hands on him. I want to laugh because I'm like, oh man, all that tough talking that you was doing, talking about fuck them boys. All he did was pop pop. He was on the floor talking about, ain't y'all gonna help? I'm looking at the situation, I'm like I'm down to help, but if you just getting your ass beat, I'm like, you gotta get up at least. I mean, he wasn't even like he just got hit. He was on spazzing out type shit.
My relationship with the guys was it was beautiful and it was also chaos at the same time.
You know, when Miles decided to leave and go solo, that was a tricky time because I thought to myself, like, how the fuck is it, like what's gonna happen now?
Kenny was cool, but I think is I never liked Kenny. I think that's what it was.
You know, when Miles left the group and decided to go solo, I didn't like that at all. You know, I think the biggest thing that we all felt, I felt like he used what we were trying to create, you know, for his own reasons.
And Kenny was quite calculated. Kenny wanted to be the lead, but whilst I was there, how the hell is he gonna be lead? You know, he's not gonna lead us nowhere. Kenny's not a star. Simple as that. I'm the star. You know, when I went solo, boom, I did my thing. Sold albums, platinum. You know what I'm saying? My success is now matching up with the success of Nouveau Edition. Kenny hated that. Kenny tried to go solo. You know, he didn't like to talk about it because it was a flop. It was a flop. The album was at like 330 something charts. It was trash.
What really made him want to leave the group is that Michael Jackson, he contacted our management and said he would like to do a song with me.
You know, Kenny wanted to be a lead bad. He always talking shit about Miles.
So when I said to the guys, I said, okay, I'm thinking about doing a solo song just with Michael, one song. You know, as soon as I remember saying that in the meeting, you know, Miles' face is like, oh, how come I'm not gonna be on the song? And I'm like, you're the lead. You're already the lead. You get it all. You know, my thing with Miles is that he ain't no solo artist. You know, he did, you know, so there's one night he performed in London and I'm watching the video of him on stage. And this is how you know he's not really a solo performer. Right before his performance starts, he gets on there, he's on stage, and if you look at the video, he's checking to see if we're behind him. He's checking for his band. I'm looking at him, I'm thinking to myself, this ain't no solo artist. This is supposed to be his concert. And what does he have on the back? He has the name. That's not even his name. That's the comedian who was hosting that night. But he tried to tell us it was his concert. That's when we knew, no, this guy's he's not for real.
He said that? That's funny because, you see, the thing is, that's funny. And the reason why I say it's funny is that the blazer that I'm wearing in that video is probably the blazer that he's wearing for this show. Because everywhere I go, I see him anytime I see him making TV appearances, he's got the same blazer on. So I know financially he can't be doing so great. So I don't even talk about him because it's like, you know, you're not doing great. You're not happy. So that's why, you know, my name is in your mouth. But as far as everything else, yeah, he was, you know, I didn't like him, but he was not a problem. He was good for the group, you know, so I put up with him. But, you know, then when Miles left, you know, Ruben died, and that's when it all went fucked up, man. Ruben was always like the big brother of the group, and so he kept us all together, you know, and with his leadership.
To get the news that Ruben had died in the way that he did, that was like a shot to the heart, honestly.
Ruben, man.
He was like egg in any recipe. He holds it together.
Can we cut?
Well, even how Ruben died was all it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck you gonna get eaten by a raccoon, nigga? Like, how the fuck is that how one of the baddest dudes in one of the baddest groups dies? You got eaten by a raccoon? This dude told me that on the phone. I was like, what the fuck? What? How? You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing all that. I'm like, what? A raccoon? That's when I'm like, yo, this whole world is crazy. Rex was on crack. All bets is off. I want him dead.